Hey guys, this is Karan Shah from Bollywood Live, and I have one of the most outspoken filmmakers, Vikram Bhatt, with me here today. He's coming up with a new web series called Maaya, so let's have a chat with him. Vikram, hi, how are you today?
Good, thank you.
So you're coming up with Maaya on a new digital platform that you've launched, and it looks amazing. But we see a lot of BDSM, and BDSM is still a taboo in India. Still, you've gone ahead and made a whole web series on it. Any uh, any reasons for it, or did you want to actually break the taboo? Was that the
Okay,
thought?
you're saying two, three things.
Okay.
So I'll answer one at a time.
Yeah.
You're saying you see a lot of BDSM.
Yeah.
The lot of BDSM you see apart from porn sites
Yeah.
is, I think, 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
So it's not really a lot. A lot of the people, even in other countries, think of it as taboo.
Yeah.
The reason you think of BDSM as a taboo is because you feel it's deviant. You feel it's deviant sex. You feel it's not normal.
Yeah.
And what Maaya says as a series
Yeah.
is that it's actually a very powerful message, not a message, it's a very powerful communication. That firstly, it says that whatever is safe,
Yeah.
sane,
Mm-hmm.
and consensual between two adults
Yeah.
is not deviant. Every species, except for dolphins and human beings,
Yeah.
only procreate for reproduction.
Yeah.
Human beings are the only ones who have sex for fun,
Yeah.
for pleasure.
Yeah.
So according to the laws of nature, even that is deviant.
Yeah.
Then we should have sex only to procreate, like
Yeah.
every other animal does.
True.
So who's to decide what is normal?
Mm.
If we are abnormal on this planet, as
Yeah.
far as other species are concerned,
Yeah.
and there are millions of them.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's anything abnormal, first of
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
And Maya says that we are so scared of being judged,
Yeah.
so scared of being looked down upon, so scared of being called perverts,
Mm-hmm.
that we hide our inner sexual fantasies ourselves and become repressed. When there is really nothing wrong. If, like I repeat, if it is sane, safe, and consensual,
Yeah.
there is nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So, Maya is about this girl, Shama, who tried to talk to her first boyfriend, who tried to talk to her best friend, and every time she got a pushback that made her wonder, oh my god, am I deviant? And because of that, she kept quiet.
Yeah.
But you see, the whole thing is that all of us are two people.
Yeah.
But what the internet has done is that it has given you an opportunity to become anonymous. You can have a username.
Yeah.
And the minute you become anonymous, you become yourself.
Yeah. Obviously.
So the
Yeah.
irony is that to be your true self, you have to be anonymous.
Okay. Yeah. Obviously.
So like the adage, you're not what you show, but you're what you Google.
Yeah. But still, a majority of people think of it as taboo in India. Do you think you will, in a way, break that taboo?
I don't know which this majority is.
majority of
Certainly
people.
not the majority that's going to watch this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there might be. See, first of all, when I say BDSM,
Yeah.
people say, "What? What is BDSM?"
Yeah.
Right? Then I have to tell them bondage, domination, sadomasochism. Then they say, "What is bondage, domination, sadomasochism?"
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then I tell them 50 Shades of Grey. Then they say, "Ah, 50 Shades of Grey." So everybody thinks I'm making a remake of 50 Shades
Yeah.
of Grey.
Yeah. There's been a lot of comparisons.
Right? Because you're making a thing on BDSM, it means it has to be 50 Shades of Grey. They don't think there's a story.
Yeah.
There's something called a story. The minute you're tying someone up and whipping them, it's 50 Shades of Grey. Which of course means Dangal and Sultan are the same. I don't know why they made two separate films. They're both on wrestling after all.
Yeah.
I think that's a very narrow-minded way of looking at it. But it's great for me, and I don't care if people think it's like 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
But coming to your point of taboo, if it is taboo, why is it so famous in India?
Yeah.
Why does everybody know that it's 50 Shades of Grey?
Obviously.
How do you know it's 50 Shades of Grey if you haven't read it or seen it?
Yeah.
So the bluff has just been called, hasn't it?
Yeah. True. True. But as you said, people do associate it with 50 Shades of Grey. Is there any inspiration, or is it completely different? Obviously, the
Look, it is about a girl, about a woman.
Yeah.
She's a doctor's wife who has had these fantasies, and she goes on the net to fulfill those fantasies. And how on the net she meets another man who has the same fantasies, but he's also married. And it's the love story of these two who cannot really, who have just the both of them to share the relationship with, but they cannot say it in front of the society. Now, I don't know where this is like the story of 50 Shades
Obviously
of Grey.
not. Obviously not.
Or maybe they have seen a 50 Shades of Grey that I haven't seen. but it's about BDSM,
Yeah.
right? So that I think is the only comparison.
Apart from that.
Apart from that.
So, how did you conceptualize Maya? So, in a previous interview, you said that Love Games was you had seen certain people and it was inspired from that. Does that hold true for Maya as well?
You mean, am I a BDSM lifestyler? Is your question?
No, if you've had examples and you've taken inspiration from
I don't
somewhere.
mind being part of that, but I just think that for me it's too much effort to tie someone up. I would probably have to hire someone. कि यार इसको बांध दे यार please. और ये whip ले और whip भी कर ले मेरे लिए. So I don't think I would be into it right now, but it's definitely something to think about, isn't it?
Yeah.
But scientifically speaking, the pain and the pleasure centers of the brain are very close to each other.
Yeah.
And they say that an overwhelming amount of pain can convert to pleasure, which is masochism of a kind.
Yeah.
I'll give you a strange example. They did experiments with camels,
Yeah.
right? And they wondered why camels ate cactus.
Okay.
No animal eats a cactus because it's
Obviously.
got thorns in it.
Yeah.
And they realized that the camel has got such a thick tongue that when it eats the cactus, it begins to bleed. And the blood mixed with the cactus
Okay.
is what they taste.
Okay.
And they feel that the cactus tastes like that.
Oh.
That I think is true for pain and pleasure.
Okay. Yeah. So, you are releasing it on a digital platform. Did you take the decision keeping in mind CBFC, because obviously they would object to it if you made it in a form of a film. So was that the reason to choose a digital platform?
VB on the web is going to be my own web channel.
Yeah.
Maaya is the first offering.
Yeah.
But there are going to be many more.
Okay.
We want to make it the best channel available for long form content.
Okay.
We also want to make it free to the end user.
Yeah.
That is our philosophy, that we would like to. So Maaya is the first offering. So I don't think that it would be fair to say that because I wanted to make Maaya, I would start a channel. I mean, I could have made it for someone and just given it to them. So as far as the channel is concerned, there's a different answer for that.
Yeah.
As far as making Maaya for the web is concerned, I was going to make Maaya into the film. But there were a lot of reasons that made me make it into a web series.
Okay.
The first reason is that Maaya as a subject doesn't lend itself to just Hindi speak.
Yeah. True.
It is something that requires both English and Hindi dialogue. Now the minute I would have done that, people would have said, "Arey, ye to multiplex hai."
Yeah.
Then some guy would have come up and said, "Arey sir, lekin itna sex hai, single screen mein to mast chalegi."
Yeah.
So there would have been a debate about that, and it would have totally driven me off the cliff. Then I think the publicity of a film like this would have been probably relegated to make it look not so aesthetic, which perhaps wouldn't have drawn the real audience.
Okay.
Another feeling I have is that people sometimes don't like to watch films like this socially.
Okay. Yeah. True.
I might watch the episode of Maaya quietly on my own, happily.
Yeah.
But probably I don't want to be seen going to the theatre to watch it. It's like when Chanakya was the minister to Chandragupta Maurya. The crossing of the river had different charges. It was one piece of gold for a single person. It was 1.5 piece of gold if you traveled with your wife.
Yeah.
And it was 2 pieces of gold if you traveled with someone else's wife. And he made the most money on 2 pieces because you only traveled the river with someone else's wife. So you are only going to watch this kind of show in your solitude, in your aloneness.
Yeah.
So I think because it is a hypocritical society, I don't know how many would have come to the theatres.
Yeah.
But because it is a hypocritical society, I know everybody will see it, especially the ones who are panning it right now. The ones who are loving it will see it anyway.
Yeah.
But I think the ones who are panning it will see it before.
Yeah. Obviously.
So it's great. I have both the pieces of the pie.
Yeah.
And censor board was your question.
Yeah.
That was the least of my considerations actually. That will the censor board pass this or not? They probably would have passed it with a lot of cuts.
Yeah.
Or I would have gone to tribunal. But that was the least of the consideration.
As you were saying about the hypocrisy that exists in our society, obviously when Maaya will hit the web space, you said that those who are panning the film will also see the episodes. We've seen when AIB roast came out, people took the whole AIB team to the court. Do you think that can happen to you, and are you prepared for it?
No, I don't think so, because I'll tell you what, AIB was about bad language and jokes on people.
But people might just say that you're inadvertently promoting BDSM or something like that. I know you are not, but people
can say whatever they want. It's a free society.
Yeah, obviously.
Right? Either you say that the constitution doesn't work.
Yeah.
Now, it's got a disclaimer, by the way.
Okay.
Maaya.
Okay.
When the episode starts, it says this is a BDSM themed episode.
Okay.
If you do not want to watch something like this, please refrain from watching this video. Right? So it tells you, if you are going to disregard that and you are going to go further, and then you are going to say, oh, but this has got BDSM. Yes, it's got BDSM, and it's on internet, which is free speech.
Yeah, obviously.
So, it's like what Christ said, that let that man pick up the first stone who hasn't sinned. So if the government, which shut down the porn sites and then took their order back on porn sites, are going to tell me to shut down, then it's going to be a lot of fun.
But are you prepared for it if it does happen? I hope it does not, but...
Well, you never know. There might be some people, but I don't think so, because you know what? It's not about that only.
Obviously.
There's a lot of story.
Yeah.
See, when you're talking about the AIB roast, it is continuously that.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
This is about relationships, about amnesia. It's about a story.
Yeah.
With a sexual content to it.
Yeah.
It's not... there's not Shama Sikandar who comes on live on camera and says, people, this is why you should all be into BDSM.
Yeah.
It's not that kind of a BDSM prachar show. So I don't really think so.
Yeah. We see 3 parallel stories in Maaya also. Like there are 3 different stories that we see running. Do you think the whole audience will be able to take in everything together and process it? Or have you made it in such a way that it will be easy for them?
No, it's very simple to see. I mean, 2 episodes release on 27th.
Yeah.
And we will know. But the story is very clear. It's very intriguing. It's got a thriller element to it.
Yeah.
When you see I think a lot is being made out of it because of the promo.
Yeah. Obviously.
But one has to understand that the promo is a collection of shots from 10 episodes.
Yeah.
Right?
Obviously.
So it is obviously going to be the concentrated version of the show.
Yeah.
But when you see the first 2 episodes, you realize that there is a lot more story. There's a lot more intrigue. See, people are not going to watch sexual content without story.
Yeah, obviously.
At the end of the day, people want story. Otherwise, they can go to a porn site.
Yeah.
They're not interested in spending 20 minutes
Yeah.
watching something that is either not going to titillate them or not going to tell them a story.
Yeah.
Maaya is first a story
Yeah.
and last a story. It's a story of a girl who has got, these fantasies, and I don't find anything wrong with them.
Yeah. True. So when you write such scripts, obviously you have something in mind, and it's very hard to tell actors what you want them to do.
No, it's not.
It's not that hard.
It's a shameless business.
But how do you direct and choreograph such?
I tell Shama, you should have an orgasm now.
Very simple as that.
And then she should have an orgasm.
But then,
I mean, she should act as well.
yeah, obviously. But whatever pictures, what you must have picturized some.
If I am going to feel shy and think I'm doing something wrong, how am I going to do it?
No, I'm not saying that way. I'm saying that you picturize it in a certain way, but you want it in that way, and it sometimes gets difficult for actors.
No. It's not if it's professional.
Mm-hmm.
See, if you dance,
Yeah.
For me, that heroine dancing in a chiffon sari in the rain
Yeah.
to show her curves off is more perverse than BDSM. Or those item numbers where you can see almost everything.
Yeah.
That kind of suggestive sexuality
Mm-hmm.
is more perverse
Yeah.
than real sexuality. If you understand that you're an actor
Mm-hmm.
who's playing a repressed person,
Mm-hmm.
who finds someone, then the lovemaking becomes dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
It is dialogue. You're talking, but with your body.
Yeah.
And I have to make the actors understand that it is a dialogue.
Yeah.
If one person comes towards you and you move back, it's
Yeah.
one different kind of dialogue.
Yeah.
If one person moves towards you and you move towards them,
Yeah.
it's a different kind of dialogue.
Yeah.
The bodies are speaking something.
Yeah.
And if you understand that it is dialogue, and you are actors saying that dialogue, but with your bodies,
Yeah.
then there is nothing to, feel
Yeah.
embarrassed about or not wanting to do it.
Yeah. Okay. You're going to face the camera soon as well?
Yeah, for one of the series that we are doing.
Okay. So.
It's called Untouchables.
Okay. What's it about?
Untouchables is about an escort
Mm-hmm.
who's actually a young medical professional who has to, go through all this because she has no money.
Mm-hmm.
And how she finds herself entrapped
Mm-hmm.
in a murder that she hasn't committed
Okay.
of one of the clients.
Yeah.
But all the proofs point to her, and her social castigation, so to speak, when people realize that she is an escort, and how her boyfriend leaves her. Now the medical college wants to shun her.
Mm.
And then it talks about this lawyer that I play who has got fibromyalgia and who has got this muscular problem and who has given up law.
Mm-hmm.
And people think he's kind of washed out, but has to come back and help this girl.
Okay. So what after Maaya and Untouchables?
So in Lone Ranger, which is my company, we are doing a lot of work. We're doing stuff for telecom. I mean, I don't know if you saw, but we did something for Aircel recently. Then there is the web.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the film 1921, which
Okay.
starts
Okay.
shooting in May.
Uh-huh.
So there are these things, and definitely 3 verticals in front of us.
Yeah. So good days.
Well, that we have to see. Here is an attempt to give it a go
Yeah.
in all these 3 aspects.
Yeah. Web is the new thing, next thing.
I'm certain that web is the next big thing. Actually, web is now the big thing.
Yeah.
It's not even the next big
Yeah,
thing.
actually it's now.
I think we have turned the curve.
Yeah.
For those who haven't realized it, they are late.
Yeah.
Web is now here. Web is now where people are going to watch stuff. And if web is the first medium of entertainment,
Yeah.
then we would like to be on it.
Yeah. Great. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you.
All the best for Maaya.